And it's just like a really like happy coincidence, I guess. Happy coincidence so long as Bianca, again, doesn't sue me. Please don't sue me. I didn't do this on purpose.
B. Dolly here for Cosplay Alliance with Stephanie Cooke. Stephanie is a writer of many, I would say kid-friendly books. I wouldn't say just for kids. I've read them, and I think they're fun for the whole family.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I'm like a big advocate of the all ages book. I think kids books get kind of like put in a box because, you know, publishers really want to market those, and I get it. But I like to make stories that anyone can read, and sure, kids can enjoy them, but hopefully parents who are reading them with their kiddos or just on their own are enjoying themselves too.
And I would say they're very enjoyable, especially Rat Pack. Do you know approximately how many puns you put in Rat Pack? Do you have a pun count?
So many. But I actually read a review the other day. It was like, I was actually offended by somebody being like, it's not as punny as like some other graphic novels out there. And I was like, how very dare. The title is a pun. I had an amazing editor on this that we handed in this script. It had as many puns as I could muster, and she came back and said, what if we added more? And I was like, I found my people. This is wonderful. Perfect. Thank you. I will keep adding more as the series goes on.
The raccoons, I think, are maybe not puns. They are raccoons.
They're named so they're the Bins family, and they're named after garbage bins. So there's Dusty Bins, Recycling Bins, but she goes by Riri, and Scraps is the possum, and they're all named after garbage bins. So I guess like kind of like a little bit, but yeah, technically speaking, them just being raccoons isn't inherently a pun.
I think that's the only thing that isn't.
Yeah, basically.
So why don't we explain the plot? We've been talking about this. Maybe we should tell them what it's about.
Sure, raccoons. No, just kidding. There's more to it. Okay, so it's about two raccoons and a possum who thinks he's a raccoon. His tail fur is going to grow in someday, and they go on a heist for the best garbage ever. Naturally, what else would they go on a heist for? And they meet a mysterious cat burglar along the way and get into some hijinks and shenanigans.
Amazing. It's such a good book too. I've read it. It's amazing. What I'm very excited for is you are going a little bit more adult, not adult, but young adult with Pillow Talk. Let's talk about Pillow Talk coming out very soon, April 30th.
Yeah, so this has been like a long time in the making. You and I have talked about this book for like years and years and years, and this is based on a very real experience that we both have had in our lives. So Pillow Talk is about the underground pillow fight league that used to exist in Toronto that you were the president of. And for one night I was briefly involved in this league, had a great time until I thought I broke my ankle and had to go to the ER. And this book is not about that. This book is a much happier experience within the Pillow Fight Federation, which again is my own version of the league. I kind of twisted a little bit of the rules, added a little bit more, and kind of made it a mix of like roller derby meets like WWE wrestling. So a little bit of a variation, but very much inspired by Toronto's very own Pillow Fight League. But yeah, this one comes out April 30th, and it's like really personal to me. It's a young adult graphic novel, but I poured a lot of like my heart and soul into these characters, and I used a lot of inspiration from my friends and my favorites to really create these characters and make them like super well-rounded, wonderful people that hopefully you'll really want to read about. And this journey of Grace, who's the main character, she's using the Pillow Fight League, the Pillow Fight Federation, to find her self-confidence and her self-worth and rise the ranks as Cinderella, and hopefully take it all, win it all.
So you have some amazing characters that you have made up in this book. Can we talk about some of the wrestlers? Can you give them all a quick little promo?
Yeah, oh my gosh. I wrote this like 4 years ago, so I'm like gonna go look back at like the character sheets here. But we have and this way you can have a fun little visual. Is this far back? So we have Catatonic, who is kind of the reigning champion. She's like really badass and like punky, and doesn't really like seem to have time for anyone, just really in and out, and has like, you know, a bad attitude, maybe. We've got Khaleesi, who is kind of inspired by some fandom of days gone by. And we've got Pain Air. We've got Rapunzel, who uses her hair to throw around a pillow. And we've got Misfortune. So those are a few of them. We see some other like fresh meat as well early on when Grace, prior to forming her Cinderella alter ego, is trying out for the League and trying to see what's good. So,
and I think what entertains me is you wrote this, like you said, many years ago, before you knew who Bianca Belair was.
I know. I genuinely was like, wow, these character designs are so wonderful. And like this year, my partner and I have really gotten into wrestling, and I saw Bianca and was like, what? Please don't sue me, Bianca. This was not deliberate. I was like checking my inspo boards that I sent to artist Mel Valentine to make sure that I hadn't like looked up or like had heard of Bianca in advance. And it's just like a really like happy coincidence, I guess. Happy coincidence so long as Bianca, again, doesn't sue me. Please don't sue me. I didn't do this on purpose.
Well, I think it's wonderful. I know that when I was reading through, I was getting misty. Oh my God. What the hell? I'm getting misty-eyed thinking about it, but it's a really, really beautiful, really moving story. It's a very queer story. It's a very feminine story. It's a very feminist story. And it's a very, very powerful, kick-ass story, and it's funny. So I know everyone's going to love it, and I can't wait for it to come out.
I'm so excited. Again, like this one's near and dear to my heart, and I'm obviously a little anxious at the state of the world and like book bans going on, but I really poured my heart and soul and a lot of things that I personally experienced, you know, my self-confidence issues and self-esteem that I've struggled with over the years. And I poured a lot of my own sexual orientation journey and like kind of all of that into some of the side characters, and really tried to like...
Because you came to that much later in life, right?
I did. And Grace's best friend is named Callie. I haven't really talked about her as a character because she's definitely very prevalent in the book, but maybe not as flashy as some of the fighters and stuff, but
more of like the man in the chair.
Exactly. And Callie's story and her kind of like journey to finding out more about her sexuality is my own journey too. And Grace kind of deals with asexuality struggles and things that I have like gone through over the years. And so it's a little like nerve-wracking because, you know, writing raccoons and Chaos Bunnies and other fun things for kids is a delight, and you do put like a lot of yourself into those stories too, but you're silly and fun, and it's like a lot more low stakes. And for me, these characters really do represent a lot of my own feelings and my own story, and it's hard to put yourself out there and hope that that'll find its audience and people will see the sincerity and genuine traits behind all of those characters. So I'm really crossing my fingers and hoping for that.
I'm sure everyone will love it. So it comes out, Pillow Talk comes out April 30th. Where can people find your books online, and where can they learn more about you?
Yeah, so this one, if you go to thepff.online, that'll take you to all the information on Pillow Talk. But for more on me and my home base, since social media is in flux, stephaniecooke.ca is the best place to find what socials I remain on, and that's Cook with an E on the end. So
awesome. Thank you so much for your time today, Stephanie. For Cosplay Alliance, I'm B. Dolly.